What's up, guys? Welcome to At Home Fitness with Coach A. Today is day number 254 of At Home Fitness Program Series. Welcome to the beginning of winter here in Cleveland, Ohio. Let's get to this garage workout explanation for you guys. We have one big long piece for you today, and it's going to be broken up into an EMOM, an alternating EMOM to be precise. We have 4 movements and a rest round, which gives us 5 out of 35. That means you guys are going to be doing 7 rounds here today. Now, that first round, everything's going to pretty much have 2 options here. First round is going to be 10 reps, handstand push-up or Z-press. Second round is going to be 15 pull-ups. Those are programmed as kipping pull-ups or 4 to 6 strict pull-ups. Third round is 15 floor press. Probably most easily done with dumbbells, guys, although barbell will be just fine, especially if you're going to be using a barbell on a Z-press. Or we're looking at 15 push-ups. That fourth round is 15 toe to bar. Those are programmed as kipping again, or 4 to 6 strict toe to bar. And finally, we have ourselves a 1 minute rest before we start back over with that overhead pressing movement. Stick around if you guys want to see me roll through these demonstrations and give you those modifications. All right, guys, going at a long one for you today, 35-minute alternating EMOM. We're going to alternate essentially between a push and a pull on the upper body movements here. So this first round is going to be 10 handstand push-ups. I'm doing them strict mostly because I have that cord there, honestly. But they don't have to be a strict handstand push-up. It can be a kipping handstand push-up, or you guys can grab a barbell, grab dumbbells, grab a kettlebell, whatever you might have, and do a Z press from the floor. Remember, legs out to the side, open about 90 degrees, knees nice and straight, feet pointed up to the ceiling, and just going into a vertical overhead strict press. The position forces us to not compensate by arching our spine, so it requires us to have a little bit of posture there, as we would normally standing up or sitting down. Now, the second minute, keep in mind, whatever time's left in a minute, you guys are going to rest. The second minute is going to be, I'm doing it backwards here a little bit just because it's easier, 4 to 6 strict pull-ups or 15 kipping pull-ups. It is partly the 15 or 4 to 6 based on fatigue, the amount of work that's being done, and it's also partly based on the amount of time I'm expecting people to take with that. So if you guys want to add on to the strict pull-ups, feel free, or if you need to modify them back a little bit, that's fine too. Third minute here is going to be, as you can see, a barbell floor press. Dumbbells again, kettlebells, whatever, we're still able to do the floor press here, or you're just going to roll right over and do some push-ups. So that first round was our handstand push-up Z press, our vertical press. This third round is our horizontal press. Technically, it could be a bench press if you wanted to. The floor press push-up versus the bench press just takes a little bit of shoulder out of it. And then, as you see here, the fourth round, we're going to go, again, I'm doing it backwards, with 4 to 6 strict toes to bar or 15 kipping toe to bar. Again, that 15 to 4 to 6 translation is basically an estimate off of time and skill. Stay tuned for movement modifications. All right, guys, we are talking modifications for this big alternating EMOM we're looking at today. I'm just going to kind of go over most of this because it's all going to be pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Maybe demonstrate something for you guys if we need to. But first piece is going to be the overhead press. We're looking at the handstand push-up or the Z-press. You guys saw the demonstration of the Z-press. So if we're looking at a modification here, let's talk about equipment. Let's talk about movements. If it's equipment, we don't have, let's say, any dumbbells, kettlebells, or a barbell. So we're having bands, we're talking about maybe something bodyweight. If you guys can't do handstand push-ups, you can always modify the handstand push-up back into that pike position, maybe feet up on a box, something along those lines. If we have anything we can press overhead, we're gonna roll with that. If we're looking at single arm, guys, we have 7 total rounds. So I'd probably rather see you guys break it up in the round, maybe do 5 reps on the right, 5 reps on the left, something like that. If we're looking at a band and you guys are trying to modify this, obviously we can stand on the band inside of it and press overhead. You can possibly also sit on the band in that Z press position and press overhead. Give that a try. It's probably going to depend on the resistance, how heavy that band is basically, and how far and easily it will stretch. Second minute is going to be our pull-ups or strict pull-ups. If you guys don't have the ability to use a pull-up bar, or you're not able to physically do pull-ups, then we're probably looking at some kind of rowing movement. All right, if we have ourselves, let's slide this over here, a TRX strap or rings for ring rows, that's probably going to be the number one option. I'd rather you guys stay with something body weight here if you can, even if it's hanging on the bottom of the table in the dining room per se, and doing the pulls that way, that's fine. If it's hanging back on a barbell the same way that's on a squat rack, make sure you guys are going into the squat rack, not out of the squat rack, so we don't fall out of the squat rack. Doing an inverted row, that will work. Anything where it's going to be a bodyweight pull is going to be preferable. If you guys need to, you can always take a barbell, turn it into a bent over row. We did that yesterday in the workout side. I wouldn't necessarily want you to do that, but if it's the only option, that's fine. You can also do a plank alternating dumbbell row, something along those lines. Now, third one is going to be the horizontal push. So you guys are looking at the push-up or the floor press. Obviously, there's all kinds of different ways we can modify that floor press. It can be a bench press. Although if you're bench pressing, you can probably floor press. We can take the band, put it around our back, do push-ups that way if we want to make it a little bit more challenging, if that's your goal there. Either way, a push-up is eternally scalable down into pretty much any kind of push-up that can be done for reps. So that's going to be our option with number 3. Number 4 is the toe to bar, kipping, or strict. Now, if you guys have a bar, you can't do the toe to bar, meaning you can't get your feet all the way to the bar, then let's do the knee to chest, knee to elbow, stiff-legged leg raise, however you want to look at that. If you guys don't have the bar itself, you're not able to utilize it, then let's do that tuck crunch on the ground that goes from a hollow position, knees to chest, hollow position back out. We can also just do sit-ups, guys. If you're going to do that, I would suggest a straight-legged sit-up. That's going to be a little bit more like we're looking for here. So keep those legs straight, knees extended, legs out together, all the way back, touch the ground, all the way up, touch the feet, or at least shoulders over the hips at the top. I will see you guys tomorrow for Wednesday's workout.